Hey y'all, what's good? My name is Kayla. Welcome to the House of Redwine. Today we are here to pull some cards and to tap into the collective energy. So if you are into tarot, astrology, numerology, and all those beautiful things, be sure to like and subscribe so you can stay tuned. Okay, y'all? So let's get into it. I wanted to come here today and pull some cards to get a read on the collective. Just to give you guys anything that y'all may need or just see what spirit has to say. So may the message be for the highest and greatest good for you. May it be clarifying. May it be nurturing. May it give you discernment, insight, clarity, or encouragement, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you need in this moment. But may it touch you, even if you come across this video today or you come across it years down the line. May it be exactly what you need in this moment. All right, spirit. All right, guys. All right, what message do you have for the collective? I'm going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship. Picking myself off the floor. Creativity. Replenishing sources. Okay, guys. So we have the sun upright. We have the Six of Swords, and here it's called Six of Spades. In reverse, we have the Four of Cups. This is the one I was like picking myself off the floor. I don't know. I want to sing that. Three of Wands. It's giving me creativity, and the Queen of Chalice. The Queen of Chalice. Something about replenishing your resources. So when I look at this, I feel like this is someone that is on a real personal quest, especially starting off with the sun here, the Six of Spades being in reverse. I know I'm thinking like going back to get what's yours, moving forward, but it's something about going back. I feel like it's going back. Four of Cups. For some reason, I'm looking at her and how her focus in her body is like going down. Of course, she has those chalices above her, and they're even tipped over. Like these are dumped. These are dumped. And seeing her towards the ground and seeing that even in the ground, there's water underneath here. Not only is there water, but there's life under that. And this is kind of giving inwardness. Like maybe there's these options or these thoughts of I should do this, and it's like a should. It's not even like this is what I want. And something about her going down and looking down is giving grounding, but also giving like, what do I genuinely feel called to like create or to nurture? Because with this water down here, to me it's kind of like giving intuitions, maybe like hitting dreams or things that you can't really see, but it's surrounded by things that allow it to grow. And she's not looking at these other things that are around her. She's like looking down at this thing. And even though I feel like it's something that grounds you, It's something that grounds you. It's something where it has life, and it has something that's also nurturing. Water is very nurturing. It's also very intuitive. It could be intuitive work. It could be, but for something about that, I'm thinking of dreams. It's reminding me of dreams. And sometimes there's dreams or ideas that we feel like, well, this is my dream to be this, or this is my dream to do that. But some people don't have a dream that is external. Like, let's say you say, oh, my dream is to be a firefighter. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, that's really your truth. And then there's some people that are like, my dream is to be an artist. My dream is to cook. My dream, like, I love to cook. That is something grounding to me. My dream is to work with spirit, right? And doing things that help ground spiritual energy here in this earth. As above, so below. But something about it is I have a dream, but it's something that's like more so within me. Not only is it something within me, but it's something that's grounding to me. I'm hearing singing, I'm hearing arts, I'm hearing design, something that does with your hands. And with this 3 of wands, is giving creativity, but also is giving, I'm thinking of community with this as well. And it could be sharing your community and teamwork and team effort, in a sense of you need other people sometimes. And I don't mean like necessarily your team. Yes, in some ways. Like, let's say if you're trying to build a company, it depends on your type of goal, right? There's some people that's like, I need a close-knit team. Like, I don't want this to be mass produced. I don't want this to be something that can easily, like, I want to create a curated team. Maybe it's like 1 or 2 people. You help me pack, you help me take these orders, but I'm typically the one, you know, doing the ins and outs, doing the crafting, doing the work. And also what I feel like is also, I'm thinking of an audience. So when I think of a team, something about it gives me, I am going to create an audience, or I have an audience, but it's my creativity. It is my passion. It is this desire that I have within me that I want to share with other people. That's what I think about with this too. So it could be a team that you curate around you. It could be a manager. If you're an artist, it could be a manager. It could be you figuring out, how can I keep this close knit, not selling off my masters, or how can I hold my own masters? How can I distribute my own music? Something about ownership gives me that vibe too. But it's something about creativity. Like, what is it that you have that you would like to share? Or you even feel this energy to create, and it's something that comes from within. And then we have the Queen of Chalice. It made me think about replenishing resources. And I mean, this could be financial resources, but something about it is like replenishing the resources within you, giving your resources that you have within you a space to replenish you as well. So let's say you're interested in selling jewelry, right? This is something that is really enjoyable to you. You have ideas, you have this creativity, something within you that's like, I want to do this, like I want to craft this. You're allowing your creativity to make space. You know, you're exploring your creativity, your expression. And something about this is giving to me that as you share these things, you will be able to replenish it. Like, it's the idea of, let's say if I have a goal to do what I love for a living. I do that by offering it to people, and they receive it, and then I'm able to continue forth. I'm able to invest into it more. I'm able to spend time at home because, yes, I get my bills paid. Yes, I'm able to take care of my resources, put gas in my car, you know, X, Y, and Z. But this is what I do for my day-to-day. And with the sun here, like, I feel like it's very personal. It is something that it's you, and it illuminates out. So all this energy is giving, this is what I want to create. These are the ideas that I have, and I'm going to illuminate it out. And I may have to go on a journey. It's not no may. You will be having to go on a journey. It makes me think of the saying, 1,000 miles starts with 1 step. Something like that, where it's like moment by moment, brick by brick, day by day. And it reminds me of another saying that this guy has shared. His name is Chris Johnson. Go check him out. He talks like about Bitcoin and all that cool stuff. Really just Bitcoin. And he was like, the one thing that kind of make people quit is that they don't look at every day as day one. You know, and of course, technically you've probably been doing this for 2 years, 10 months, 5 years, but you're looking at it that way versus every day is a day one. Every day you show up, every day you post, every day you share yourself or you create something is day one. You look at day, every day is day one, day one, day one. And something about that energy just gives, it will help you along the way. It will keep you grounded in the moment. And when we are here in this earth to bring ideas forward, sometimes we are combating these other options, like this idea of what would give me a resource. But one thing I've learned as being a Saturn first house in Taurus is that there's this idea of stability, and then there's like true stability that's sustainable. So for me, a good example is, let's say you have this idea that, okay, I go to school, I get a degree, I get this job, it's going to bring me stability. I mean, it probably pays for your bills if that's the case, but internally you feel depleted, you have all these other interests, but you're so tied up. You're tied up with your job. You're tied up with this mindset that you can't necessarily build stability in other ways. But the way that you can build stability in another way towards your goals, your desires, or your dreams that you want to bring forth is that you respect that like you respect your 9-to-5 job. You give it power as well. And you allow that dream to be seen. You allow it to grow. You prepare, you study, you invest mental energy, emotional energy, physical energy, aka your actions. And my point of just saying it is, it's one thing to have financial stability and then be internally unstable and to still be feeling depleted and unfulfilled. Yes, on the surface, yes, this idea is giving, oh, get you a job and just work that, but I've heard so many times, and there's some people that love exactly what they do for work. And then there's some people's like, I spent 30 years at this job or 40 years at this job, and I just always wanted to do something else, and I just never did it. I always wanted to bake, and I never did it. I always wanted to do this, and I never did it. And I feel like the generation that we're in now, it's like, that's over with, y'all. Not say over with, but we are feeling more strongly about, we got to go make the life that we want to live, because you can either look back in 30 to 40 years and be like, damn, I never tried and I never explored these avenues. And just like every day you go to work every day. So that's energy and time you spent towards something that you don't really want and that does not really fulfill you on an internal level. And then versus these things fulfill me on an internal level. Let me give some time to it, you know, as much as I can, where I can, and allow that to grow. Because the saying of the grass is greener where you water it, it's just, what do you water, where you give your time to? And also with that Saturn energy, time is precious. You'll realize how precious your time is and how valuable your time is. So it's like, where are we going to put our time? Where are we going to put our efforts? Where are we going to put our energy? And I feel like for a lot of us, we're going to continue to go to work, but we're going to also build the things that we want to build alongside. So maybe one day what we're able to do is to do these things. And some people say that's unrealistic, but there's plenty of people in the world that do the unrealistic thing. I don't believe in unrealisticness. What I do understand is, if you do want to build something, you are going to have to show up for it day in, day out. You are going to have to prepare for it. You are going to have to put in effort, just like you did for your degree, or just how you did at your job every single day. But it's now something that comes from out of you. And that's just unmatched. And not only will you be able to receive, but also you will feel good. You know, you'll feel good about it. You'll look forward to it. And you enjoy it. Like, the goal, I feel like, here is doing what lights you up and what you enjoy. And something that's true to you, something that's authentic to you. And there's just a lot of things in this world that we have been given and for options, and we never ask ourselves, what option can I create for myself? A lot of us, especially in this time going forward, there's going to be a lot of things that we once depend on that we're not able to depend on anymore. Especially in this time of age, a lot of people don't understand that there's inflation and cost of living. Inflation is not really good, and it's not actually it's not a good signal of a healthy economy. But the truth is, a lot of people don't understand how inflation works and why inflation is inflation. And people also don't understand money. Guys, I also feel like this is just an opportunity to create income and create new ways for yourself outside the traditional norm, especially if you want to. This is where people that want more, these are people that actually want these things. If you're fine with it, you're fine with it. If you're okay with going to work and getting what you're getting, go get it. You may actually have a great job. Then some people don't. And then some people have a great job, but they still want something else. They want to travel. They don't want to spend majority of their time in office. They don't want to give all their time to something else. They want to give more of their time to themselves and their creativity and their own things that also replenish their internal resources. Okay, their internal cups. Let's get into this. Oh yeah, I recommend watching The Hidden Secrets of Money. This is just a good understanding as to why things are going to get more expensive, and they always have. Y'all know back in the day, they talked about they were able to get bread for 50 cents. They were able to do this for 25 cents. But the truth is, the money was differently. And plus, what 50 cents were back in the day is not what 50 cents is today. There's a big difference. And I'm just going to tell y'all this, but I still want you to go do your own research. The reason why things are getting more expensive is because we have broken money. And the reason why we have broken money is because it's not backed by anything that has value. We're just able to print it, and that's the issue. When you're able to make something out of nothing and all the time, it loses its value. So it takes more in order to purchase. So example, the more dollars there are in an economy, the more that money has to spread. So the reason why things are going up in price is because more money is being created. There are people that can break that down to you a little more deeply. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is because you go to work every day. You have this set salary, right? And regardless of what your salary is, regardless of how much you make, every day the dollar is losing value, and every day your what you were able to get for $50 a year ago is not what you can get for $50 today. It's going to cost you more. And I'm encouraging you, because all these prices around us rise, but our salaries don't. And if you are wanting to create more and be able to take care of yourself, a lot of us have gifts and talents and ideas that we can do with the little that we have, and allow it to build bit by bit, to share it with the community, to express it, to bring it forth. That will replenish us, not just internally, but even monetarily. And the truth is, there's people that are money. You need money in this world. Don't let anybody, I don't care who they are, tell you that money is not important. It is the number one thing. And I know a lot of people, we're spiritual, but we're on this earth. And understanding that just helps you prepare and understand that, hey, if I want to have a good life, if I want to be able to pay my bills, I got to make some money. Right? I got to be smart with my money, be a good steward over my money. And my point of saying all this is, there's some people, a lot of people, not some. If you're listening to this, it's most likely you. You would probably love to spend your time doing something more that lights you up. And I'm telling you, money follows joy. Money follows authenticity. Money follows people that share their creativity. I've seen so many people have shared their creativity, their wisdom, their knowledge, their expression, and it pays them. Versus, I'm seeing another side, and this is where I'm encouraging us to move forward to the other side, is that a lot of people have talents, ideas, and creativities, but they don't believe in them. or they don't feel like it'll create them stability because they can't predict it or they can't see it. But, and then you continue to do what you do, and in the long run, it deplenishes you. In the long run, are you really able to take care of yourself, internally and physically? That's my point. That's what I'm picking up here, is that following your creativity, taking that journey, allowing yourself to receive something that's more so that comes from within you, and it's pointing towards creativity. It is something that will be able to replenish you and give back to you. It just will. And then even this, I'm seeing this, and I'm also seeing, it's like this on my side. This is like face this way, but this card is pointing towards this. And I just feel like this little boy right here saying, hey, creativity, hey, self-expression, hey, teamwork, working with others, networking. This could be, working with others can be simple as, let's say if you are into jewelry and you want to create more pieces. Okay, you're going to have to work with jewelry designers, people that are able to make certain files for you to create it. You're going to have to work with casters. You're going to have to work with polishers. You know what I mean? That's a teamwork, team effort. But it's something that comes from within you. Okay, let me continue forward. I don't need to go further into that. I believe that y'all understand. Oh, y'all got it. All right, Spirit, let's get another message, or let's say a closing message. Let's get a closing message. Oh, there's a lot going on there. Oh, another one. Okay. Wisdom, service and leadership, resilience, and solid foundation. So it also it brings me back to Saturn. And right now we are currently in, I think either it's coming up or we're here now. And if it's close, that means still the energy is probably thick. And I know it's something that, anyways, Saturn retrograde is currently going on and coming in. And it's Saturn, this archetype wants us to have longevity, sustainability, and success. And it also respects what you value. Okay? Especially when you're doing good deeds, like, and something that's just so real and true to you. It supports that. And it wants you to prepare. Okay? So, like I said earlier, when you're creating something, whether it's the amount of time that you spend behind the scenes, that doesn't go unnoticed. People may not see the work that you put in behind the scenes. They just get to see the outcome. So when you study, whether you're an astrologer and you're into, I study personally a lot, but that's a forever study as well. Same thing with, say, jewelry, understanding what products and what type of value or what type of substance or what type of material that I want to give. Anything you can fill in the box for yourself. You can tell yourself, well, this is what I'm preparing for. Like, I'm thinking I just seen a soccer player, they go to practice, they prepare, they learn different skills, they learn their lessons. If something didn't work before, they're switching it up, they're trying something different, or they just got to keep on working at it. Keep on practicing at it. Keep on preparing. Keep on, so they can build a solid foundation in order to execute. Okay? That's like with anything. And I'm also picking up on, a lot of us have so much to give. We just feel like we have to be perfect in order to get started. And that's just not the case. Show up as you are and allow it to evolve over time. Show up as you are. And allow time to do what time does best as well. That's another thing why we get frustrated, is that we feel like, oh, it needs to be this time right now, or this should be like this. And honestly, there's power in respecting time. There's power in going through the process. And that's personally something that I have realized more recently, these past couple of years, than I did before. I did not want to go through the process. I wanted it now. Give it to me now. But I realized the importance of having a foundation That's everything, okay? And then service and leadership. Being a service and leadership, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And a lot of us are stepping into service. A lot of us are stepping into our leadership. And we welcome you. One thing that makes me excited, I'm seeing it underneath 3. I literally love seeing people be creative. I love people that have come before me. I respect the people that have come before me, especially like Jessica Wiggins. There's so many more. Voice Shay Martin, Jasmine, Hourglass, Queen Cup, different women that have showed me. There's another lady, I want to say her name's Vanessa, but I really don't know her name, her real name. I'm trying to think what her handle is. I see her face. I feel like she changed her name though, like her actual handle name. But just women and people, and even just creators that I've been able to come across on my social media, I'm like, wow, like they're showing you that this is possible. This is not impossible. Okay, especially when it's something that you're interested in. It's not impossible, but you will have to do your own work, right? You will have to show up for yourself, but it's possible because you've seen it. You've seen it. So you can't say it's unrealistic. You can't say it's not possible. If you have that innate desire, that interest, it's possible. It will take some work, and you will have to be a leader. I'm hearing of yourself, being a leader of yourself. And I feel like that will lead you to being a leader over others, or a leader to others. And then also we have wisdom. I just thought about Jupiter. Wisdom comes through experience. Wisdom also comes through exposure. And excuse me, guys, my nose. Wisdom. You live and you learn. We've all been through challenges. We have been in challenges, probably going through some sort of challenge. And also in the future, there will be challenges. But you also have the ability to adapt. You have the ability to learn. You have the ability to get up and try again. You have the ability to keep going. Your time is not over. It is not said and done until you're no longer here. Then maybe you have an opportunity to come back, you know. But my point of just saying that is, it'll end up being worth it, especially if it's something that's true to you and it's coming out of you and it's something that you really want for yourself. Like for me, I'm gonna tell y'all, I would love to have a nice warm tea, sit out on the balcony or on the porch, rub on our dogs, talk to my bae, sit there and craft things, sit there and pull cards, sit there and talk to you guys about astrology. Those things interest me. Share my experiences, the lessons, the things I'm still working on. And also understand that there's some things I can't even fathom, that I probably could never imagine. That's the beautiful thing about the future. That's also the thing that also makes me excited to continue forward in life, because I would have never thought I would be where I'm at if I was looking at my past, or if I was in my past. If you asked me in 2020 what Kayla's 2026 would look like, I could have never told you what I was be doing. I would have never guessed, never in my life guessed. And that is beautiful to me. Leave space for the unknown. Okay, let me read the back of these cards. These are the Adinkra symbols. So we have wisdom here. It says spider web, symbol of wisdom, creativity, and the complexities of life. Anase, the spider, is a well-known, clever character in the African folktales. I might butcher some of these. I might just show y'all and read them, because I may end up butchering them. So this is the service and the leadership one. She or he who wants to be king or queen. She or he who wants to be king or queen must first learn to serve others. It's something like, it reminds me of this, about like when you give your service, when you give your creativity, when you give, that will replenish your resources. Then we have resilience, solid foundation. Okay, I just thought about something I wanted to tell y'all. I don't want to say there's ever a waste of time. I think everywhere that I personally have been, I have noticed the value and the lessons and the character development that I've had. But when I think of this, there's something about when it's true to who you are and what you really want, it just hits different. It hits different. And I'm looking forward to all of us finding that out together. I'm looking forward for the years to come where we can be like, look, like, I decided to do this. I decided to take this risk. I decided to put my efforts towards this thing that really brought me joy, that really grounded me, that really just, woo! And we'd be like, wow, like, I've been able to create something for myself that nobody can take away from me. And no one can put a cap on what this is. The truth is, that's on you and how you decide to create what you create and what you do. But no one can tell you. You could be in Barbados pulling cards. You could be in Barbados doing what you do best. I don't know. Whatever your interest is, like whatever your desire is, you could be doing you the way you want to do it. I've seen what embracing our creativity can do for us. And I just think the years to come is going to be out of this world, because I do feel like the creators are finna come through and they're like, you know what? I'm finna create something for myself. And I get to decide my geographical. I get to decide my location on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me stay focused. Okay. Wind resistant house. A well-built house can withstand windy and treacherous conditions. This symbol suggests resilience. A well-built home can withstand windy and treacherous conditions. This symbol suggests resilience. I heard, dust yourself up and try again. Dust yourself up and try it again. I do feel like a lot of us are going to be going back to something that we've been wanting to do for a long time, for some years, and it's still our interest. Respect it. Give it space. Give it time. And allow yourself to go through the journey. It's even when we're doing things that are true to us and authentic to us and our path, or however you want to call it, it does not mean that it's going to always be lollipops and rainbows, and you're not going to have to figure out how to navigate certain things. But there's something about doing something that you really want to do. It's just, it hits different. It's different than versus going to a space and place. And this could be a home, but I'm thinking of a job where it's just not doing it for you. Not truly, not internally. We're not here on this earth just to do things. Like, you can. That's the power of like free will, and you can do what you want. But sometimes we're just doing things because it's the safest. But is it really safe to your essence and yourself? Like, for real. There's people out here that are meant to be creatives. There's people out here that are meant to, I think there's people here that are meant to do every little thing. There are people here that are meant to be doctors. There are people here to go to school and to go into certain professions. Yes, like I said, this is not for people that love what they doing and how they're doing it. These are people that feel like I'm channeling this message for is more so for the ones that are doing what they believe brings them stability, and just realizing like, damn, like, this is not really how I see my life. I don't want to be at work this amount of time. I don't really like this. I'm just doing it because I'm collecting a paycheck. I really would love to get into pottery. I would love to get into ceramics. I would love to do art all day and, go to the markets and sell my pieces and give that off. That's like what I would love to do with my time. There's some people that will have a hybrid life. I believe in that. I believe in you doing whatever you want to do. Like, I believe in you living your truth, and whatever that is, however that is. And even if you have to go through your process, go through your process. Some of us are going to continue to show up in our day-to-day jobs, and we're going to carve out time. And then there's some people that are like, okay, like, I'm ready to take this leap, or this is what I'm going to do. You got to listen to you. Okay. And prepare yourself. Just keep studying, keep developing, keep researching, just keep going. So that is my message to you guys. Thank y'all for listening. I hope that it's touched you in any way. May give you an encouragement that you may need. Saturn respects you going through the process, wherever that process looks like. Doesn't mean that it's gonna be all it's gonna take something of you. It don't have to be nothing too crazy or whatever, but it's like if you wanted to start a business, y'all understand that starting a business ain't just no, there's processes, there's trial and error, and allow yourself to go through your trial and error. Allow yourself to find what you're into as well. Be smart. And respect yourself in your journey, and give yourself grace. Give yourself grace as you figure it out and as you walk the process. I feel like a lot of people here that will be here, we have good hearts and we just want to be happy, right? We want to be happy and we want to be balanced. We want to be fair. You know, we want to give substance. We want to give value, okay? So go do you. Go do you. Go be you. All right, y'all. Be you, stay true, and always remember, honey, stay golden. And if you love this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. My name is Kayla. Thank you for coming to the House of Red Wine.